Put your hands in the air.
Give me all your money.
Yeah, we don't want to do anything to scare your children. That's the last thing we want to do. We don't want to scare anybody.
Oh my God.
We're gonna move right along to drag queens.
Drag queens.
My recording, yeah. To drag queens.
Time Miss Game Maryland was just this past week.
I know, that's a good topic.
Who has done
hold on to
drag?
that.
Oh, quick heads up. Just for the record, drag queens and transgender are not the same thing.
Thank you.
It's a shame that you gotta tell, you gotta open
really not.
open it up
For
with
the
that.
for the closed-minded straight community, yes, you have to explain that.
You see, a drag queen and someone that's transgendered is the person that is a drag queen gets to go home, take off their wigs, take off their fake breasts, take off all their extensions and stuff, and get to be considered a boy. Someone that is transgender, they live that way. They go home as a FTM or MTF, female to male or male to female, and they live their life as a female to male, male to female.
Okay, so my question is, who here, when they first, entered the gay life or whatever, was afraid of drag queens? And then if you was afraid of drag queens, what was your opinion on them at the time?
I don't think I was so much as scared as I was just like intimidated by them because like it was just like so much. Like I guess because they look so good or whatever and they so done or whatever, it's just like you kind of like it's, I guess I don't know. It's just like a lot to take in. It's like that's kind of like being around a celebrity or something like that. You kind of feel like
You do give off that.
yeah, it's like a certain kind of energy that you just feel when you're around this, when you're around drag queens sometimes.
Well, I personally was afraid of them because when I first came out, I didn't know that much about the scene. And when I would get around them, they had this big hair and these big pumps, and they bigger than I am. Come on, hey, darling, how are you? I was like, step away. But after a while, I got used to it, especially when I was going with my friends to drag shows, Hippo, and all that stuff. Then it became, I finally understood what they were, because at one time, I thought they were like, cross-dressers, wanting to be trans and all that stuff. And but then I realized they're entertainers and they just do it for fun. And it's not like they really want to be a female. So actually, someone close to me does drag now. Yeah, and they actually when they first started doing it, I was a little like
Being,
yeah, I was iffy about it. I didn't think I should do it. But now he's won competitions, and pageants and stuff, so I give him props and I fully support him. I like drag queens now, so
I mean,
as long as you're like entertaining, not the ones. There's certain people that put on a wig and a dress and think they're drag queen, and it doesn't work that way. And I think we all seen people like that before.
no. They didn't want to hit on you in the bar.
Yeah. And also there's people in not so immediate circle that we know to do that too. But when you're doing it and you're really into it and you got everything down, you got your makeup right, your hair right, and everything right, and you look really good, I'm fully supportive of it. Or even if you're just coming out and you're just trying, you're just starting, and maybe you don't look so much apart, maybe you still got the shadow going on or whatever. But if you're trying, I support drag queens. I like them, man. They're really
Put on the wig is
When I
fun.
first went to a show, I have a fear of clowns, and to me, at first, the ones that I saw were very clown-esque, like the makeup. And it was weird to me, and it did catch me off guard because someone was like, "Oh, let's go to a drag show." I'm like, "Oh, it'd be fun." Well, I went, and I was like, I didn't expect it to kick into that phobia. You know what I mean? And it did. So I was standoffish at first. You know what I mean? But then, now it's fun.
Now it's exciting.
It is exciting. I'm not gonna go do it, but I'm excited. It's fun to watch.
Not to be not trying to throw no shade towards nobody, but I think that because of all the costumes and the makeups and stuff like that, it does kind of like associate with a person that may have like a clown phobia or something like that.
Or a phobia.
Probably get ridiculed for saying this, but
I'm not gonna say the first one that I saw.
When you first get introduced to it, like you first coming out to the lifestyle, it might be like a lot to take in, so it can overwhelm a person sometimes.
I know for me, I've always kind of like loved drag queens because, again, I'm an 80s baby and we grew up in the Ricky Lake era. And we would see a lot of this on Ricky Lake. So when I came out into this whole scene and I saw drag queens, most of the time I love the drag queens because the drag queens, they love me. They always hit on me. Mostly, even the ones that don't want a tip, they always just hit on me.
All the ugly ones usually hit on me for some
Deep down,
reason.
they probably want that tip.
Yeah, exactly.
And, they also, and plus also, not to brag, but they look down at my shoe size.
And this is where you put the caption,
Then they want
bragging.
the
That's what he's always doing.
The whole drag queen thing. And this is probably a really stupid question for me to ask, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. I know the concept of drag queens pertains to like men who go into the other side lifestyle. What, and y'all make an answer this for me, what do you call a woman who dresses?
Drag
King.
Drag
They
king?
have
Really?
Drag King.
They actually have a name
They
for
have a lot
it.
of cases, from my experience of seeing the two, I've seen on the other side it be more passable as a man than
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to hit it like to be more real with it, where the other where drag queens are trying to be like over the top with it.
Let's talk about men who like. I mean,
Girls who try to be, you know, men, drag
they
kings.
call trans men these days.
Well, they call them that. Yeah, well, I guess I heard that term too.
I've seen some drag kings and some trans men down in Nashville. I went to Nashville Gay Pride. And the sad thing is that that got me mad is most of the people that were there, the drag kings and the trans men, look better than the gay men there.
Yeah, that's.
And I was kind of getting into my cookies about that, getting into my emotions like, what the hell is this?
Yeah. You want to go over and get some fish?
I've seen like two trans men that have looked that did kind of turn me on a little bit.
There's like
But
some studs that I'm like, some women that are just masculine. I'm like,
yeah, I was
God
about to say,
damn.
I seen like a lesbian one day when I was at Morgan, and she was just sitting in the car, and she was just like, she was so gangster. I was like, she really can get it.
Confused me.
That's funny because I actually got hit on before I came out. I got hit on when I was like 12 or so by this girl who looked so much like a guy. She lived on Emerson Avenue. Everybody called her
EV.
Everybody called her Shot. Her real name was, and sorry for putting you on blast if you ever see this. Her real name was Shakima, and her other name was Shaquan or something like that. So everybody just called her Shot, and nobody knew she was a girl except me. So she got like real buddy with me and was trying to holler at me, whatever. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I was cool with it. I didn't mind. I didn't, flip out about it because I knew she was a girl. But at the same time, it didn't register to me that a girl is trying to hit on me.
Right.
I guess because I was already in my comfort zone with that and didn't even know it.
Right.
That was funny as shit to me.
So then my next question is, who here has done or would like to do drag?
I never did drag at all, but I used to dress like a boy all the time, and you can attest to that.
Yes.
Like, I grew up wearing nothing but, yeah, you saw a picture. I think I got a picture on Facebook with me, like, wearing a blue scarf with a blue hat, matching blue Nike shoes, like a blue button-up, and some other stuff, like looking real gangster in 10th grade. I grew up wearing nothing but boy clothes and cornrows. I didn't consider that to be drag, though. That was just how I dressed. So I don't know if that makes a difference. And since I started,
Have you tried on any of his wigs?
Yes, and I don't know how they wear them, honestly. Because the hair come all down in your face and in your mouth. But I was supposed to do drag for Halloween last year, and I chickened out. But I might do it this year, and if I do it, I'll actually like really do it, like go all out, so I won't look half boy, half girl.
you're a big guy.
Yeah, I know, right? But so I might try for Halloween, but there's nothing I really want to do. So I hope nobody gets any ideas.
Question. Hold on. Just to bring up a random blurb, because I know we all see this picture. A certain person in the gang of them, I won't drop any names, but you know who you are. You know who you are. Did drag. Now, this certain person that we all know about, we're not going to say their names, but when you saw the pictures, because I sent you the picture, Matt, and you said he looked an effing mess.
I didn't say he looked like a mess. I said he looked like, what is her name? The woman who's on the Talk now. She's a comedian.
Adele. No, not Adele.
She wears a purse on stage.
Sherry Underwood? Yeah, Cheryl Underwood.
Yes, I thought he looked like her. I'm not saying he looked like a fucking mess.
Do you think that person looks effing?
The mother of her Family Matters.
No, the thing is that on Halloween, this person said that he did drag and that people were hitting on him from behind on the street. But
Would you hit on him?
No, I hit on him when he was in Boy. I didn't hit on him when
I've seen worse. I'll say that.
Yeah, there has been worse, and I'm not gonna go that far.
And I've seen worse get paid.
Oh, wait a second. Wait, if you want to see worse, tune in at 10 o'clock on VH1 Mob Wives.
They are really
Those are, no,
Big Angels and shit.
no, Big Ange looks like a tranny.
She look crazy, but she a Kiki though.
It's all
I
about
like that
respect.
show. Thank you very much. And they are, and I'm sorry, like people are like, oh, they aren't real women, but they are pretty spot onto women who are Italian who live that lifestyle. I've seen them. I'm related to some, and they are pretty spot on. They're not fake or over the top. That's how they act.